Hi, everybody. This is Maxine Taylor, America's first licensed astrologer, with my July 2021 astrological forecast. Several of you have asked me if these forecasts that I give in the following videos are based on the sun sign or the rising sign. The answer is yes. You can use your sun sign or your rising sign, your ascendant, because both are applicable. Now, before I jump into the astrological overview, I would like to thank those of you who have written me, thanking me for my latest book. Wasn't that smooth? Hidden Messages in Your Birth Chart. In this book, I show you how to read the hidden messages from your mother, from your father, from your ancestors, from the matriarch, the family matriarch who makes the rules for the entire family. I have shown you how to read that in your birth chart and the birth charts of your children and your spouse, the people closest to you. If you are a practicing astrologer, this is invaluable to help you help your client understand why they do the things they do. It's programming, and our programming is written in our birth chart. Oh, astrology is just truly a magical cosmic science. So thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. If you don't have a copy yet, it's available on Amazon. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on cosmically this month. Well, first of all, the sun, the center of our lives, the giver of life, is in Cancer, sensitive, loving, psychic beyond amazement. Cancer. Cancer is a psychic sponge. You Cancerians, and when I say you Cancerians, I mean sun or ascendant, or for that matter, the moon, which rules Cancer. Planets in Cancer indicate a very sensitive, intuitive person. And you can't go to the mall because you pick up on everybody around you and you're wiped out afterwards. So, nurturing, loving, home loving, family loving, Cancer. The sun moves into great, grand, glorious Leo on the 22nd. And the party does not begin until Leo arrives. And that's the truth. So the first part of the month, of course, we'll be talking about home and family and real estate. And the second part of the month, party, create fun. Venus, the planet of love and beauty and money, is in great, grand, glorious Leo. And so you're ready for fun. You're ready for dramatic fun until the 21st, when Venus moves into cross those T's and dot those I's, Virgo. And so our attention moves. This is universally so. Our attention moves from partying and enjoying to getting down to business and tying up loose ends, which it's always a good time to do that, but more so when Venus is in Virgo. Okay? Now, Mercury, the planet of communication, correspondence, transportation, is in the shadow of the retrograde. And I did a video on that on YouTube a couple of years back. Check it out, because I think it's called The Prequel and the Sequel. It explains what the shadow is. During that time, in a nutshell, it feels like Mercury is retrograde. It's not, but it feels like it. And so it's a second chance to tie up the loose ends of unfinished projects that you might have pushed aside while Mercury was retrograde. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. On the 11th, Mercury moves into sensitive, loving, nurturing Cancer. And so we'll have both the sun and Mercury, because Mercury is what you think about and talk about in Cancer. And then on the 27th, Mercury moves into great, grand, glorious Leo, and it is time to party. Now, Mars, action, passion, war. It's what you throw yourself into. It's what comes number one in your life. The sun is the center of our life, but wherever Mars is, that is the number one thing that you're focused on. And in Leo, it's fun, it's children, it's creative projects of all types. So for most of July, it's party. On the 29th, Mars throws itself into Virgo. And that's when your job, your health become very important to you. Well, Venus will have moved into Virgo on the 21st. If you're having a health issue, when Venus, the planet of love, the universal antidote, moves into Virgo, that is when you can see improvement. When Mars moves in, that's when you can see inflammation. And what you throw yourself into is healing. Makes sense, right? Okay, so that's what we got going. There, of course, will be a new moon and a full moon. The new moon is on the 9th, which is 2 days after Mercury comes out of the shadow of the retrograde, making it perfectly safe to begin new projects. This particular new moon is in 18 degrees of Cancer. And so it is clearly a Cancerian time: home, family, real estate. 2 weeks later, the full moon on July 23rd will be in 1 degree Aquarius. By the way, I just realized my virtual full moon ceremony, I will do a couple of days before then and post it on YouTube, because people all over the world watch it and you're all on different time zones. So I want to give you a chance, those of you who get your day before those of us in the Eastern Standard Time Zone or the Eastern Daylight Time Zone now do. So I'll post it a couple of days ahead. Okay. The full moon is in the humanitarian sign of Aquarius. Find 1 degree of Aquarius in your birth chart, because this is when things come to a head. Which things? The things begun 2 weeks prior on the new moon in 18 of Cancer. So find 18 of Cancer in your birth chart. All right? That is where you're going to find that the energy starts moving forward. That's when we begin new projects. Okay. And since it's 2 days after Mercury comes out of the shadow, go for it. 2 weeks later, then, excuse me, we are pollinated here in Atlanta. On the 23rd, we'll have the full moon. You're going to feel it a day ahead at least. It's the tension builds. And on the full moon, things come to a head to be dealt with. Yay. So that's the overview for July. Have a beautiful July. Those of you here in the United States, happy July 4th. And I look forward to seeing you next month, when once again, we talk about what all's going on. Till then, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now, dear friends.